Later's Gators is right as episode 6 brings us to a close to the season finale of Moon Knight, and what a finale it was. Hey heroes, welcome to the channel. I want to dive in and give my reaction to the episode, what I thought about it, pros, some good things, some bad things, and maybe a few Easter eggs I saw along the way. If you're going to enjoy the video, be sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and come along for more Marvel breakdowns. But let's hop into episode 6 of Moon Knight. So episode 6, which is titled episode 6, I'm going to be watching over the next couple of days and see if they don't change the title of it, because just calling it episode 6 seems a little bit interesting to me for all that happened in it. But it starts off with Layla kind of grieving over Mark, Harrow coming to power as he has Amit's Ushabti now. And it starts to lead us as to Harrow starts using the power to first judge some guards, and it looks like Layla's about to take him on. But before she does, Tara reaches out using the people that he's already judged to try to talk to her and tell her that Mark is telling her to stop. Wait, you need to free Khonshu so you can bring Mark back and bring him back to life to stop Harrow and Amit together. Now Harrow leads us to the Chamber of the Gods, where he breaks in with Layla right behind him. He uses his powers to show off the what he called just judges, not warriors of the Chamber of the Gods, pushes them back while Layla bolts off looking for Khonshu's Ushabti. During all of this, Mark is in the field of reeds, enjoying his newfound peace, the quiet he never had growing up. However, Mark refuses to accept this peace as he left Stephen behind, and Stephen never abandoned him. He went back, gave a heartfelt speech, and during all that, as he's turning to stone, he puts his heart in Stephen's hands, and it's kind of enclosed in their hands, and that's when Osiris opens the doors, shines the light on their heart, and brings them back to life, showing that they can indeed return. So as they're making their way towards the overworld, Khonshu is freed from his Ushabti. He doesn't sense Mark's presence. He tries to take another avatar. Why not take Layla? She's right there. She refuses, says they have to work together without her being enslaved to him. So he takes on Amit and tries to fight, and as he does, a giant tidal wave of sand starts going after Mark and Stephen as they're running about, trying to get through the gates of Osiris, looking like they might not make it. But luckily, Tarawet comes to the rescue with the boat, crashes into the sand, and Stephen lets a big old whoop out of Hippo, which absolutely was fantastic. I like that little comedy there. They are able to get out, they jump through, and you see Mark's body where we last left him with 2 bullets in the water, kind of come up breathing, and that's when Khonshu senses his presence and quickly goes to him. Now with Mark back to life and the bullets just seemingly popping right out, he embraces the suit once again, and we see the Moon Knight suit in all of its glory, and he walks out to Khonshu, and we see now for the first time that Mark and Stephen are working together. When Mark's in control, you got the full Moon Knight suit, but when Stephen takes over, you've got Mr. Knight in that nice suit, tie, ready to go, being a little dapper about it. Now before they head off to save the world and stop Amit from consuming all the souls that they've judged as evil, they make a little deal that after all of this, Khonshu agrees to release the both of them. He agrees, and they take off for flight in the night sky straight to Harrow and Amit. And Amit's already starting to consume souls as Harrow brings down the staff as souls pop out of body, and Amit just consumes all of them. And as she consumes more and more, she grows bigger and bigger. And that's when, all of a sudden, Layla is in the Chamber of the Gods. It's starting to kind of crumble down, but luckily she agrees with Tarawet and that she will be her avatar and enter the Scarlet Scarab to the fray in all of the amazing outfit that she has, the wings, the swords, looking fantastic. Hopefully seeing more of this later on. So as Amit is consuming the souls, Moon Knight flies in, lands on the pyramid, and we finally get that rushing scene of Harrow and Moon Knight rushing towards each other with a big old knee right to the face. Khonshu showing up, trying to hit Amit with his staff and enter the big fight scene. They're going at it. It shows us, I really like the going back and forth between the Moon Knight suit and the Mr. Knight suit whenever Stephen's fighting or Mark is fighting, back and forth, kind of working together almost. It was fantastic. I like that portrayal of it. And then, of course, Layla fighting as the avatar for Tarawet and being the Scarlet Scarab. Fantastic. I like the symmetry between him running and her flying as Bucky and Sam kind of flying and running together. I really enjoyed that. But as they're fighting, it's starting to seem a little one-sided as Harrow has his staff down on Mark. We see Khonshu's getting beat up, Layla's pinned, and all of a sudden Mark's eyes start to flicker. He blacks out and wakes up. And as he wakes up, there's just destruction. He now holds the staff that's broken of Harrow's. He has it against his forehead and he kind of like looks around, throws the staff down, trying to figure out what happened. Layla is even like, Mark, the hell was that? He just states, I blacked out, saying that there's still that secret personality in there that Mark and Steven are unaware of, as they both say that, Steven, that wasn't you? No, it definitely wasn't me. But they grab Harrow and take him back to the Chamber of the Gods, where Layla and Mark are able to cast the spell to kind of bind Amit to Harrow. That way it's an immortal form and they can kill her and get rid of her once and for all. And as Mark stands over Harrow with the crescent moon in his hand, he drops it and says to Khonshu, if you want her dead, you have to do it yourself. Now release us. And they do, and it takes us to the Psych Ward once again, which when we first get there, I really like the fact how Steven's like, so this is what reality looks like. And Harrow responds with, the imagination is a creative place. This desk, this chair, saying that no, they aren't in reality. That entire Psych Ward is their mind. It's their imagination. It's when they're not taking over their physical body, that's where they're at. Which kind of leads to an interesting thought of, if both of them are in the Psych Ward, who's in the body? Who's taking over the body? And as it comes to a close, they wake up in their apartment in London, still strapped to the bed. They've got 2 goldfish now, though, showing their peace with each other. It takes us to the credits, and of course, the post-credits scene, where we see Harrow in a psych ward kind of not all collected, until someone comes up behind his wheelchair and says, he's got it, but in all Spanish, and he wheels Harrow out as he does, passing along a few dead bodies, not looking too great. He throws Harrow into this big old limo, and as he does, there's Khonshu in that famous suit just from the comics, absolutely looking fantastic. I'm glad that they brought that part into the very end. Maybe bring it in sooner. I wanted to see it more, but it is what it is. Sitting there, Harrow saying, you can't hurt us, and he's going on the monologue, like a villain monologue, pretty much, saying Mark always thought he wanted Layla as his avatar, but why when Mark's so truly troubled and doesn't know how troubled he is? I would like you to meet my friend, Jake Lockley, which they finally said his name. They finally introduced the third personality, who then rolls down the limo window, turns around, speaks Spanish, and saying, it's now your turn, and kills Harrow right there. And they drive off in this very elegant limo with a clear license plate that says Spectre on it. Now, all in all, this episode was amazing, although it could have been longer. There could have been times where they could have spread it out, or maybe not rushed in certain areas, taking their time. I wish we would have seen Jake Lockley take over and like what he did to cause all that destruction. But at the same time, I really like the fact that we just got the eye roll and he woke up back to when Steven was doing it, before we knew about Mark, before we knew about Steven and their different personalities and their separateness from each other. All in all, this has been a great series. Hopefully it was just a great season, and we'll be getting another season, as Marvel did tweet out that it was the series finale, deleted it, changed it, and then tweeted out the season finale of Moon Knight. Hopefully we'll get an announcement over the next couple of days, maybe 3 days tops. I don't know. Hopefully soon, though, because I want a season 2. I want them to dive more into the Jake Lockley. And I think season 2, we're going to see Mark versus Khonshu and how he's able to kind of break his bind from Khonshu while also keeping the abilities of Moon Knight. And I'm interested to see what kind of way they portray that. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the episode, what you thought of the series. What kind of theories do you have? What kind of what things did they show you that you have more questions about? Let me know in the comments below. As always, stay amazing, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.